The anime industry has been expanding its horizons by introducing a variety of new genres and themes. And while some anime series are still focused on the classic shonen hero, others have taken a different route with their protagonists. From the shy and introverted to the socially awkward, there is no shortage of anime with genius main characters. In this video we will be discussing some of the best anime with genius MC that you should watch now. Starting off the list with Go, which is an 11-episode anime series by Studio Bones which tackles this theme by pouring it in the format of a buddy detective show. The anime series follows the weird Shinjiro Yuki, also known as the defeated detective, who solves mysteries around Tokyo with the help of his associate Inga. Shinjiro is great at solving crimes and consistently uses his head when stuck on a case that usually lead to numerous mysteries solved and culprits caught. However, his partner always has some other, very sinister plans for the people they catch, which is something they will reveal his assistant's real secrets and motifs. Another awesome modern gambling anime with a genius MC is Kakegurui, which takes place in an abnormal private school which plans students how to be successful in the world. By day, it could be a typical school, teaching its students in history, languages, and the like. But at night, it turns into a betting sanctum, teaching them the craftsmanship of playing with money and controlling people. Money is strength. Those who come out as winners of the bets stand at the top of the school. Yumiko Jabami, a professional gambler, naive and beautiful transfer student, is ready to try her hand at Hyakau's special curriculum. Unlike the rest, Jabami Yumiko doesn't play to win, but for the thrill of the gamble. At number 10, we have a good anime with a genius MC called Classroom of the Elite. Well, when you think of the word school, the first words that come to mind might be textbooks, lecture, exams, and careers. Schools are designed to prepare for students for their future after all. However, that's not entirely the case for Koudo Ikusei Senior High School, a school that tests their students beyond the academic level. Classroom of the Elite is a school anime that explores how survival in the outside world depends much more than just your academic skills. Gosick, an anime that follows Kuju, a foreign student, who one day visits the school's library in search of ghost stories. However, his focus soon changes as he becomes curious about a golden strand of hair on the stairs. The steps lead him to a beautiful doll-like girl known as Victorike, whose complex and imaginative foresight allows her to predict their futures, now intertwined. That's not all, as more mysteries are coming up, including the appearance of a ghost ship and an alchemist with the power of transmutation. Victorike and Kuju, whose fate is already intertwined, have to rely on each other. Next up at number 8 we have one of the best anime with a genius MC, which is called Zankyou no Terror, also known as Terror in Resonance or Terror in Tokyo in English. This is a short anime that tells the story of two badass boys who go by the names 9 and 12, who after attacking a nuclear facility, they become classified as terrorists and challenge the government. Overall, Zankyou no Terror is a Japanese series that can be considered as a political debate, filled with psychological, thriller, and deep emotional themes that will leave you anime fans speechless. Coming up, we have No Game No Life, which is an anime series that chronicles the story of two overly intelligent pair of stepbrothers Sora and Shiro who are portrayed as neets. They are bored with normal life and just love to play video games. One day they get the opportunity to join a game world where 16 races rule. In the game world, extreme and weird games exist with rules varying per agreement of the players, so everything is at stake. All seems peaches and cream for an interesting anime with a genius MC and some good animation, except that the story progression is really slow. In Mahouka Koko no Ritusei, magic has moved beyond the realms of fairy tales and fantasy to become a case of human ingenuity, where magic is a systemized technology that can be learned as a talent. At First High School Magic Academy, those with good scores are allocated to the first course and are referred to as blooms, while those with poor ratings are assigned to the second course, and are referred to as weeds. Miyuki and Tatsuya are siblings who enroll at First High but are assigned to different classes, with Tatsuya demoted to weed. Despite his poor scores and magical incompetence, the badass MC Tatsuya boasts incredible technical knowledge and overpowered fighting skills. While most sports anime series emphasize training, determination, and teamwork, 1 Ounce is primarily a sports anime with a genius MC that mainly deals with gambling. Getting close to his retirement from the Lycans, batter Kojima Hiramichi is still standing strong in order to lead his team out of the bottom rank of the league. After a trip, he stumbles upon a game called 1 Ounce. Where he's partly got lured in by the gambling implications that are involved. He loses against the pitcher, Takuchi Toa, a gambler at heart who claims that he never got defeated. Realizing that his team is lacking in effectiveness and lacking a player like him, he makes another wager with Takuchi, to eventually, after winning the bet, will make him join the Lycans. Steins, Gate is science fiction anime with genius but a crazy MC who knows what he is doing. This anime and manga series is set in the summer of 2010, approximately 1 year after the events that took place in Chaos Head, in Akihabara. Steins, Gate is about a group of friends who have customized their microwave into a device that can send text messages to the past. As they perform different experiments, an organization named CERN has been doing its own research on time travel. Hence, they started tracking them down, and now the characters have to find a way to avoid being captured by them. Next up we have Dr. Stone. The story starts off with Taiju finally deciding to confess his feelings to the girl he's loved for all his life. But, just like all great things, this does not come to pass. Right before his confession, the world is petrified. Along with Zankyou, Taiju is one of the few characters who partially maintained his ability to think, and that was largely thanks to his overwhelming love for Yuzuriha. He's a hard-headed character, in both senses, who's a perfect foil for Zankyou's genius. He does most of the physical stuff which Zankyou isn't great at, and their partnership together is what helps them overcome any issues that faces them. At number 2 we have Death Note, which is an anime series that consists, not only of a one genius MC, but also so many clever and smart anime characters. The story focuses on Light Yagami who stumbles upon the Death Note. A notebook that can kill anyone whose name is wrote on it. With such a divine capability, Light decides to extinguish all criminals in order to build a new world where crime does not exist. Police, however, labeled him as a serial killer, and, consequently, try to apprehend him. To do this, the Japanese investigators count on the assistance of the best detective in the world, a young and eccentric man known only by the name of L. Coming up at number 1 of the best anime with a genius MC, we have Code Geass. The story is set in a time where the Holy Empire of Britannia is establishing itself as a dominant military nation. While Japan has seen significant resistance against these tyrants in an attempt to regain independence. Lelouch is a prince and student, who finds himself caught in a crossfire between the Britannian and the Area 11 rebel armed forces. He was able to escape, thanks to the timely appearance of a mysterious girl called CC, who gives him the power of absolute obedience. Realizing the vast potential of his newfound power, Lelouch embarks upon a perilous journey, as the masked vigilante known as Zero, leading a merciless onslaught against Britannia, in order to get his revenge once and for all. Thank you so much for watching the video. We hope that you have enjoyed this anime list, and we were able to give you something good to watch. So, don't forget to like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned.